Hey guys, crazy out here back playing FTB. Episode number 22. And the last episode I fooled around with the refinery here. I set up a refinery to turn this oil into fuel, and then I built a power plant here underneath. Which is, it's doing its thing. It's turning the oil into fuel, so I'm at 260 buckets just about. So that is cool. My problem with this is I'm not really digging this setup, and now I'm stuck in here. I'm gonna have to break this apart here so I can get out. And again, I can't get out. Yo, here we go. Okay. So the one thing I'm not digging is this is just not working out. I got this thing. This is a redstone energy cell hooked up to a blue electric engine, and that blue electric engine is hooked up to a hell of a lot of red power solar panels. And I initially had this thing set at 20 MJ per tick, and I was hoping that it would stay charged enough so it could run at night. Then I had to switch it down to, it was actually at 25 MJ per tick. And I didn't notice this when I made the video, is that it was actually charging really, really slowly during the day. So I had it at 20, then I turned it down to 15, and then I turned it down to 10, and it's charging during the day, but at night it just runs out and it ends up stopping. And I can't be having that. I need this thing constantly running. I need this refinery constantly running because it just turns oil into fuel really slowly, and I can't afford to have that. I mean, when I start making UU matter, I need to have a lot of fuel in this tank, and I need to, produce as much power as possible. And I've actually been thinking about actually running with 3 of these. So I got one here. I've been actually debating to have one here and then another one here. So I'll have like 3 oil tanks and then 3 fuel tanks, or maybe 1 massive fuel tank. I don't know, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Right now, what I want to do is I want to fix the power for this thing. And if I could just stop falling through that hole, I could explain here. So yeah, I want to get rid of this blue electric engine, and I want to start rolling with something else. I have 10 advanced solar panels that I had built before the last Minecraft mod pack update. As you know, the new version that recently came out, the advanced solar panels that produce EU are like really, really hard to make. And I'm not really in the mood to bust out a lot of those. And I'm going to actually need UU matter, and that's beyond my capacity right now. I've actually just started producing the matter fabricator. I haven't made it yet, but I'm just starting to, get everything in order to make that. But right now what I want to do is I want to fix this particular power plant here. I want to either go with the electric engines with the 10 advanced solar panels that I already have made, or go with the magmatic engines, which is another option, which might be a good way to go, is have the lava pumped up through here somewhere. I got the lava tank somewhere around here, or actually I think it's over here actually, and then maybe have the lava pumped into some magmatic engines, and I don't know where I'll put them. I'll figure that out, and then have those powering this redstone energy cell, or recharging this redstone energy cell, and then hopefully be able to keep this thing running at a decent speed 24/7. And that's what I want to do this episode. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to break this apart, figure out where I'm going to go, either electric or lava, and meet you guys back here. So yeah, see you guys in a second. Let's take a look at this. I decided to go with lava instead of using the advanced solar panels, which I will use for quarry duties instead. So for this setup, I have 14 magmatic engines hooked up to this energy conduit here, this redstone energy conduit in the middle. And then of course I got the lava with the liquid ducts pumping into all 14 of those engines, and each one of these engines outputs 4 MJ per tick, so that is 56 MJ per tick going into the redstone energy cell, which is outputting 60 MJ per tick and constantly staying full. So that means that my 4 refineries, yes, 4, I decided to go with 4 instead of 1. Why have 1 when you can have 4, right? It's going to roll a lot faster. So these things are all going at full capacity, which is good news, but of course, yeah, it's rolling pretty fast. It's not rolling as fast as I had hoped, but going a lot faster, so that's cool. I could make some more of these refineries, but I'm going to stick with 4. 4 is good enough for me. I don't think I'm going to need any more than that. And as you can see, the oil is slowly draining, which means I'm going to have to cap some more oil here in the near future. And other than this setup over here, everything is pretty much the same as previously. Of course, I'm just rolling with more liquid ducts and more redstone energy conduit because I have to hook up the 4 refineries and a few more levers. And it's going pretty good. I'm pretty happy. It's got over a quarter of the tank is full, which is good. And yeah, that pretty much covers this setup here, or this upgrade. And right now what I'll do is I'll do a quick tour of some of the other things I've been doing on the base. And yeah, let's do a quick tour here and check out some of the upgrades. Alright, so I actually have all my farms turned off. My 2 wheat farms, my stackable tree farm, the cactus farm over there, the wheat farm there, and then that tree farm, the old school tree farm, has been turned off for quite a while. And the reason I have all those turned off is my biomass tank is full of the green stuff, which is good. And of course my biofuel tank is full as well, so I don't really have any reason to keep my farms running right now. I could increase the tank, and I probably will at some point, but right now I got everything shut off. So the one upgrade I did in here is put this apple juice to use in one of the fermenters. So I dropped in a valve at the bottom of the tank, and I got the liquid duct coming over here, coming out over the aqueous accumulator, and I left the aqueous accumulator there just to, you know, give me the option of running with water. If I do happen to run out of this apple juice, I can just, you know, switch the output here and have this thing running off water like the other 2 are. And of course, with the apple juice coming in here, or on this side, this will increase the production of biomass for whatever I put in here. So right now it's saplings and it's turned off, so that's why nothing's really happening there. But yeah, that will mean that the biomass that comes off this particular fermenter will be slightly more than using water. And that is pretty much it in terms of what I've done here. These things are getting full of mulch off of the apples, and I've been collecting a little bit of the extra saplings, dropping them in there. I'm actually going to have to start making some more fertilizer to drop into the tree farms and the wheat farms over there, the multi-farms, because they only run off of fertilizer. But yeah, everything's off here. The biogas engines are all off. And it's just on sleep mode right now. So let's check out some of the other things I've been working on. Okay, so I'm in the house, and one of the upgrades that I made inside of the house was I replaced all my redstone engines in here with, of course, some more Atarchic gates, the same ones that I made in the last episode. So same exact system that I got set up in the coke oven factory to extract the coal, or I should say the charcoal, out of those coke ovens. The only thing I changed, because one of you guys brought it up in the comments, was the way that I have this part set up. Before I had it set up like this, redstone signal off with the energy pulsar, and that basically sends a pulse, I would imagine, constantly to look inside the machine to see, you know, if there's anything in there and to extract it. And someone said that it's going to be better for you lag-wise if you just set it up item in inventory. So I'm not sure about that. It makes sense. So I did switch that all to item in inventory. So what will happen is when there is an item in the inventory, so for example, it's basically the same thing, but if I grab maybe some cobble here and drop that into my furnace right here, we'll see that some smooth stone will start coming out. So it works the same way. It's just a better way of, setting up the gate with the pulsar. And yeah, so I'm really liking the gates. Obviously, I'm a little bit of a Minecraft OCD kind of person, so I like things to be as clean as possible. And it looks way cleaner to have gates than the redstone engines, and I got tons of redstone engines in there. If you've seen what it looks like in there in the last episode, it's quite ridiculous. Actually, some of you guys were making fun of me when I made that episode. But yeah, I'm going to have to do something with those redstone engines. I don't know. They'll probably just stay in the chest, to be honest, once I replace them all with gates. And down here, I upgraded my industrial blast furnace with the second tier machine block, which is called the reinforced machine casing, which is good and all, but I'm going to have to actually take it to another level here. I'm going to have to make these advanced machine casings right here. And these things, as you can see, are a total pain in the butt to make. And it's going to take me a while to make those, but I don't think I'm going to make the whole furnace out of those. I think I'm just going to make the middle part out of it. I think I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can do that. And that will increase the heat capacity. Probably be hotter if I ran it all with the advanced versions, but I don't think I got enough resources to do that. And over here with the lasers that I set up in the last episode, what I had before is I had the assembly table on the floor here. And obviously when you make something, if you go in here and have something created, it will just pop out and fall on the floor. And of course I was kind of too stupid to realize that, hey, you can put a chest underneath or beside it, which one of you guys, or multiple, there's a multiple comments actually that said, hey, put a chest next to your assembly table or underneath your assembly table. That way the items are caught, or I should say put into the chest, which is good because this stuff takes a long time to do sometimes. As you can see, it takes a while, so you don't want to just wait around for the items. You want to just go do your stuff and then come back and see what's been created here. And I just created a redstone iron chipset for some random reason. I'm going to turn that off because I don't want to drain up the energy. And that's another thing with this. I'm going to have to upgrade this power plant here. This thing's no good. This is Mickey Mouse. In fact, I got 4 blue electric engines here running off these solar panels, which is not even enough solar panels to run one of these at full capacity. So I'm going to have to upgrade this. I was thinking of going with a boiler setup, but I think I might go with the exact same setup that I had set up earlier in this episode with the magmatic engines. I think that's a good way of going because I want to conserve my charcoal for EU, not for boiler. But I'm not sure. I might make a boiler because I've never done a boiler yet. So I might do a boiler, but we'll see. I'll do that some other time. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it in terms of the minor tweaks here and there that I've done. You may have noticed that in the backyard here, there is some apiaries. And I'm starting to fool around with the bees. And I'm a total bee noob. So I'm sure you guys are going to be leaving me some really good comments and some tips. And I'll check those out in a second. I'm just going to hit the hay because it's nighttime right now. And I'll see how everything's rolling out there. And see if I got any juicy bees. So anyways, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so if you're a bee noob, just like me, one of the first things you're going to need to make is one of these things called a scoop. And the pattern for that is a bunch of sticks like so with the wool. Any color wool is fine. I got a white one here. And I got 3 right here. And I'll show you guys what you use this for. You use this to harvest the hives that you find out in the world. And of course I've harvested all the hives around here. The beehives. Hopefully I got one kicking around here somewhere. And it's actually good to look for hives at night. I find they glow. A lot of them glow, not all of them, but they glow at night, as you probably have noticed, and it's a lot easier to spot them, especially when you're flying around. And right now it doesn't seem like there's any around here because I probably harvest them. So give me a second to find one and I'll show you guys. All right, so I'm rolling up on one here. And I found this sweet spot here with a volcano. And I've been collecting a bunch of bees already. And I got a volcano here, but more importantly, I got a huge oil geyser here that I'm going to have to come by and tap. And there's actually a second one right next to it. So this is a pretty sweet spot. I'm going to have to mark this with my waypoints and come back. Cap these bad boys here. Start filling up that tank, that oil tank I got back at the base, because it's pretty much empty. So yeah, so far I've found a few bees, and just the basic bees. I got some meadows, some forest drones, modest, which is a desert bee, valiant drone, modest princess, etc., etc. So what I've been doing is I've just been mixing them up, trying to make the common drone and the common princess, which is kind of like the first stage of beekeeping, I guess, which is about as far as I am right now. I've made, after that, the next stage is to make cultivated bees, and I've made a couple of those, but I really don't have an idea of how I was doing that. I think I was just mixing. I've actually been having luck with the meadow bees. That's the ones that have been producing the most common bees for me. But what I'll do is I'll head back to the base and probably make one of these things here. I need to start making one of these Apiary's backpack, because it's becoming a pain in the ass flying around trying to find hives, and just what I've been doing is just sending it to my sorting facility through my ender pouch, but I don't have, like, my bees aren't sorted. They just get sent to a chest, and that chest just becomes full really quickly. So anyways, I'm going to head back to base, build one of these backpacks, maybe show you guys a little bit of what I have so far in terms of bees. And that will probably be it for the episode. So I'll see you guys back at the base. All right, so to make one of these things, I need to first make an apiarist chest, which is just here. It's just a regular chest here. So make a regular chest. Put that there. Then when you take some of this honeycomb, put it like so, and then you need a piece of glass. Just grab some glass here. Where was that? Right here. Put the glass on top, and then you get the apiarist chest, and then to make that, you're going to need 2 wool, some sticks, and string. So 2 wool like this. I got string here. How was the string again? Oh, I think it was on the corners. Was it on the corners or in the middle? I can't remember. I think it was like this, and then the sticks like this. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Apiarist backpack. So that's going to help out a lot when I'm out exploring. Just put the bees in there. It's basically like the apiarist chest, but you just put it on your back. And I already have a couple of those chests in the back here. Actually, while I'm at it, I should probably grab the bees that are in my sorting facility unsorted chests here. I got a bunch of those. And the honeycomb I will take as well. I'll take these Rockies. I got a bunch in here. And this, I'll take that. And I'll leave the rest. Okay, so let's go to my apiaries. Actually, I got a couple of apiaries here that I stole from a village. So I'll grab those and I'll set those up in the back, because I got 4 right now. And the thing that I've noticed with the bees is it takes a while for them to breed. So you may want to set up a few of these apiaries. And if you can't find them at the villages, they're pretty simple to make. They're just kind of wood like this, planks, and you can just use regular wood. You don't have to use this fancy stuff. So just planks, wood, and then one of these impregnated casings, which you make in the carpenter with seed oil. So you just put the wood like this, just put some logs, regular logs will work. Make sure you got a little seed oil, and the seed oil, you just squeeze seeds in your squeezer, and then you put it in here. And that produces the apiary. So let's see what I got in here. I got Meadow Princess, a Valiant Drone, and another Valiant Drone. Yeah, that was the Valiant Princess I put in here, and it just made some sugar, I guess. So that's not really useful. And in here, I got a Marble Drone, a Rocky Princess. So that mix didn't really work very good. And in here, I got a lot of stuff. I got a Common Princess, which is good, and a Wintry. Yeah, I think this was when I put I believe I put a Meadow Princess with a Wintry Drone in there, and that produced one of these Common Princesses. Sometimes it produces a drone as well. And the next stage after that is, let's see what I got in here. I got a Meadow Common. Okay, so let's try to put in that common princess with a meadow drone and see if we can get some cultivated bees. These things here, I've only managed to make 2 so far, the cultivated drones. So my setup is I got a couple of these Apiary chests. I put all my regular bees in here. So stuff like a wintry drone, a meadow drone, anything that I didn't breed goes in here. So the commons, which I only got 1 here. Am I already full in this chest? Oh my gosh. I am already full. So yeah, I've just been putting the commons in here. So the only thing I've been able to make so far is some common princesses and common drones. And of course, 2 cultivated. So I want to make some more of those cultivated to get to that stage. Then after that, I can't remember what it is. I think it might be something like a noble bee or something like that. But I think that's going to be for another episode. I'm not quite there. So like I said earlier, excuse me, I got a little bit of a weird kind of throat thing today. So like I said earlier, I've just kind of been randomly doing it. I haven't read too much on what you're supposed to cross with what to make certain things, just because, I don't know, I'm just playing around with it, having some fun right now. If you guys want to give me some comments on what bees to breed and, you know, some other tips, go for it. I'm always ears. And one of the things I'm actually going to make here is I'm going to have to make, is it this thing? No, it's like a, what is it? This thing here, this beealyzer. I'm definitely going to have to make one of these. And that's going to give me a little bit more information on the bees, especially the bees that I'm breeding later on. Like the common, like the cultivated or the noble or whatever. Once I get to that more advanced stage of beekeeping, I'm definitely going to need that. And actually, I'll set up these 2 apiaries right now. To set up the apiaries, once you make them, you got to put flowers around them. That's one thing you got to remember. 1, 2, 3. So I think I'll put it right here. And I'll put the other one right here. So yeah, you want to make sure you drop some flowers around them. And I don't have any flowers on me, but I've just been using dandelions and roses. And the bees actually end up producing these weird flowers here. I wonder if I could just pick these up, put them around the... I don't know if I have to use these kind of flowers or if I could use the new ones that they produce. But I'll just put those around and see what happens. Okay, so I dropped in a bunch of flowers around those 2 new apiaries. And another thing you can do is you can drop in these untreated frames. There's different kinds of frames. There's these proven frames and these impregnated frames. These ones I found in a village, but these are the ones that I've been making. They're pretty easy to make. They're just sticks surrounding some string. And these are supposed to increase, I'll grab 6 of these actually. They're supposed to increase the production rate of your apiary by 10%. So I assume by 30% if I stack them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that is the case. So what I've been doing so far for breeding is I've just kind of been trying to mix 2 different bees. I've been having the most luck, it seems, with the meadow princess, and then I've been using a drone, like a wintry drone, if I have one here. I don't know if I have any wintry drones. That's been been getting some luck with that. Let's just try another kind of drone. Let's try a marble drone to see what happens. I don't know if that's a good combination or not. So I'll drop a meadow princess and the marble drone. Sit around and wait. And the other one, maybe let's try a forest princess and what other drones do I have here? A meadow drone. Here, I'll grab another forest drone and a meadow drone. Okay, so let's try the forest with the meadow. So we'll drop in a forest princess and meadow drone. So it's pretty much a waiting game. You just kind of drop it in there and you just kind of wait. It takes a while. I don't know if there's a way to make it even faster. I'm sure I could automate this with pipes and gates and all those goodies, but right now I just want to have a more solid understanding of what I'm doing before I start automating this process. So yeah, marshy. I don't know if marshy's gonna work where I'm at. I wonder if maybe marble with wintry drone. I don't know. That's probably not gonna work. So yeah, that's what I've been doing here. Oh, I got something here. What do I have? Oh, I got a common drone. I can't remember what I put in here. Oh shit. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. I usually don't swear, but okay. I think that's good time for me to end the episode here, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and maybe later on in another episode, I'll do a more kind of thorough bee episode, a better newbie bee episode. Because, like I said, right now I'm a total newbie, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of explain stuff when I really don't understand everything. But you guys can give me some tips. I'm sure a lot of you guys know a lot more than I do with the bees. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Later.